damn well the insurance in Japan is not covering a kaiju that they're not used to. Come on now. I don't think your 1,000 deductible is gonna cover your obliterated apartment. Do you think the cops in this world just like looked over their shoulder in their rearview mirror? They saw this and said, you know what? That ain't our jurisdiction. Send in the Men in Black if they want to deal with that shit. Like, season 1 looks like child's play at this point. Like, he is objectively the worst, but he's such a meme that you can't help but love him. A part of me feels dirty for wanting to say this, but I think I have to say this at this point. We are pretty much at the end of season 2 of Dandadan at this point. Just the number of creative ideas we've seen for all the fights we've seen this season. Season 1 now looks like child's play. Season 1 looks basic in comparison, and I love Season 1 still. I think it was important. I don't think there was a bad episode. But the fact that, like, not even an episode ago, we were fighting Mozart and his ghostly pals, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no topping the creativity. And while that still probably is my personal favorite point from a visual standpoint this season, the fact that we can go into a accordion Godzilla that transforms into Buddha Megazord, and that's just an average Thursday for Dandadan. I think it's pretty safe to say what we thought was craziness in Season 1 wasn't even the goddamn breadsticks before we got served the main dish. And I'm fully convinced that Season 3 could probably even out-crazy this. Make sure to drop a like, share your support on this video. Subscribe if you happen to be new around here. And Patreon's where you catch my full live reactions to all these episodes and more if you also want to help fund the channel in the process. So, I mean, we got introduced to the MC, 20 some odd episodes into a show. It was bold, it was a bold decision, and honestly, it'd be paying off. Personally, though, I do think they were wrong with not using Evil Eye more. Now, here's the thing. Objectively, what Okarun said was true. If we let Evil Eye fight Godzilla, and Godzilla feels like it's more of a fight than the next time Okarun fights him, then he's not going to listen to him. I do understand the fear, I really do. The thing is I feel like we could have hyped Evil Eye up enough that he one-shotted Godzilla. Because my thought process is, you just bullshit him. Evil Eye, I was gonna fight ya, but, that thing really killed my mood. It's such a weakling, and I don't want to have to exert too much of my strength for our fight tomorrow. Maybe if you clean it up, I'll give you like an extra 5 minutes with Daddy in the ring tomorrow. He would have been so fired up, he probably 1, 2, 3 shot that thing maximum. We could have been having the main course. I do get the fear, and hey, at least he gets to be a part of the Buddha Megazord, so I guess there's that. But I wasn't sure what we were going to do, because I knew they were going to do something with the nanotech pretty quickly. I was like, okay, maybe we're going to do like, this might be too silly. I thought we were going to turn it into a giant boxing glove and just punch Godzilla into the moon. Could have happened. Could have had a little Jack in the Box spring punch up. I don't know. Instead, no. Okarun tries to be him, gets reminded that he's no longer the MC. Kinta takes over, and if it wasn't for Momo, I'm pretty sure we would have had something looking like the Power Rangers or Kinta's face on a Megazord. I don't know which. But either way, Buddha Megazord. And I really think people aren't going to appreciate just how crazy the season's been, because let's just go over a handful of the things we've seen this season. We've had the Evil Eye fight. We've had multiple fights, but just think of what happened with Evil Eye, giant worms, and the like. Mozart's pals of ghostly symphonies. Godzilla kaiju accordion thing. There was a scene where we were rocking out with Dragon Force. Surprisingly at this point, a mannequin running butt-ass naked towards us to find his girlfriend in Season 1 is looking pretty tame now in comparison. And that's kind of what I like. Sometimes I feel like authors, when they try to escalate their own ideas, it's like, okay, they're trying a little too much. But at this point, if we're ending the season with Godzilla trying to rain havoc on Japan, a Japan that apparently didn't even wake up from the number of earthquakes, they're just used to it at this point, I suppose. Next season's gonna have a giant squid trying to run amok through like downtown Kyoto or something. I don't even know anymore. But the visuals of the fight, man, I don't think there was a single lick of 3D on that kaiju. Maybe there was, and it was just blended that good. But the fact that such a large monstrosity just ran, like the intro shot alone, they're running down a staircase, and the camera keeps it like just steady, and it feels disorienting and cramped because we're frantically trying to run through that staircase. Then they get to the street, and the kaiju's about to step on them, and they pull the perspective back, and we feel like ants running away from a human foot. The visual creativity on like the first 30 seconds alone was stunning. And then they said, don't worry, we didn't blow our load early. We just getting started. And then they continued, and they continued. And then I was like, okay, I guess this is an acrobatic Silky episode. That's cool with me. She's a cool fighter. They, you know, the concept of essentially a dancer jumping around, whipping her hair around, they did great. But they utilized everyone in some way. And as silly as it is for Evil Eye to come out because this man sweated too much. I mean, props to Gigi. It flexes that he actually does have decent control, because when he started transforming, he was fine. It wasn't until the fucking Doberman 10,000 of cheeks flapping of spit before he properly got, you know, drenched and had to go home because he was excited Daddy was going to play with him. This show, it's something else. Thankfully, Season 3 is confirmed. Now, officially, not yet, but it will be soon. But, yeah, Season 3 is being made, which I'm not surprised by, and hopefully the quick, you know, leaked announcement means that we might even see it next year, potentially. I don't know. But, Dandadan's insanity. It's peak insanity. The development between Momo and Okarun's fantastic, and honestly, it's one of the rare cases that you can continue to have a character like Aira be a third wheel, and, like, not infuriate me. There's something pretty funny about the concept of Momo and Okarun getting married someday and her saying, I have an objection. And then Momo in her bride dress kicking her ass and then resuming her marriage talks. I love this show. It's pure insanity, but I think at this point, if we're trying to say that Season 1 even comes close to the insanity of Season 2, we're kidding ourselves. Like, they ended the f***ing season with a kaiju, man. And the best part, they could have ended this season with anything that we saw. You could have ended the season with that giant worm thing. You could have ended the season with Mozart's Symphony. We could have ended the season with Dragon Force jamming out. Like, all these scenes could have been fine. And as far as I know, we're going to defeat Godzilla, and the Destroy All Humans MC is going to look down at us and say, I'm going to destroy your planet. Cliffhanger to Season 3. Because at this point, it could all happen. Thank God we got nanotech for a house, because could you imagine Grandma if she just lost her house a second time in a row and could immediately build it back? We would have been orphans. Your thoughts down below, though. Drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon's where you catch those full live reactions and other exclusives like I like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. Alright, so today we got Banjo, Alan742, Shell, Vitalco, Nerdy Girl 1, The Beekeeper, Daniel Bracho, Janaker, MMK, and we also have AJ2 Shiesty. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.